How are you doing, everybody? Jonathan here, and in this video we're going to go back into nutrition. And a lot of clients tend to struggle with getting meals either early in the morning or late at night, so oftentimes they have to consume liquid meals. And our goal as fitness professionals is to make sure that they properly get the right nutrients in their system. So we're going to talk about liquefying meals, and under that umbrella will fall protein shakes, meal replacement shakes. All right, but our main goal is to make sure that they're getting the right nutrients in. Now, I have to preface this by saying that I'm not a registered dietitian, so any advice that I give is not meant to go against the advice of your doctor. However, I've trained and gone through nutrition with a number, over 1,000 clients, and have looked through all their journals, have asked about their habits, and I see continuing trends that I'm sure you see as well. So I'm sure I'll be able to help your clients to best feed themselves so they can see goals in terms of fat loss and maintaining good health. But before I go into this topic, if you have not yet, make sure to click on that image up there and subscribe to my newsletter, as I send short articles out every Monday on how to see success in the fitness industry. If you just happen to stumble upon this video, make sure to click on the YouTube icon right here and subscribe to this channel, as I make videos every Wednesday based on questions that I get the most. And as always, if you've already subscribed to both my newsletter and the YouTube channel, thank you very much for your support. And if you find the information in this video helpful, please click on the like button below the video player, because every like that I get helps this channel. All right, so this is a very broad topic that I'm going to try to narrow out for you, because we're not bodybuilders. I'm not going to talk about bodybuilding. I'm not that guy. I don't necessarily believe in that 1 hour window after your workout to get a protein shake in. What I believe in is making sure that over the course of an extended period of time, your clients get a constant feed of the right amount of nutrients they need for their bodies to function properly and facilitate fat loss based on the exercising and the eating that they're doing. The problem is a lot of clients tend to struggle with organization, and that makes it hard for them to get the right meals in multiple times of the day. So for instance, I find that in my boot camp, people struggle heavily when it comes to breakfast, if they even eat it at all. And a common breakfast for a lot of people, especially those that are on the run, are going to be a carb-heavy breakfast like a bagel and coffee, or toast and coffee. Or if they will have eggs, they'll just focus on egg whites, not really getting in the fat that they need to keep them satiated. Or if they are going to get a whole egg, if I can convince them to do that, they're only going to eat one egg at a time. So they're only going to get a small amount of calories to start their day. And when they replace these with these protein shakes or these meal replacement shakes that they make on their own, they overshoot the calories that they normally eat by a lot, which is why a lot of people say, I started taking protein shakes and I got fat, or I started to gain weight. And the truth is, people are putting the wrong things or too much of the right things into their protein shake for the sake of taste. So I'm going to go over exactly what you can do to help your client put together a nutrient-dense protein shake. Now, I'm going to go over a number of calories that each additive to the protein shake will yield. However, you have to understand that this all depends on the amount of calories your client needs overall. So there will be some wiggle room with some people that require more calories over the course of your day. But I want to make sure that you address a couple of things when it comes to your liquefied meal. The first thing that we're going to look to do is we're going to make sure that we take in as much solid food, prepared food as possible. So if your client doesn't need to liquefy their meals, then you don't have to force that upon them. You don't need to force protein shakes upon them. Second, you want to make sure that they consume with their liquefied meal as little added sugar as possible. I've always said before, naturally occurring sugars, such as the kind that you'll find in fruits and vegetables, are okay, but you want to limit the amount of added sugar that you find. Third, you want to make sure you have a few additives and as few chemicals as you can in your shake. And last but not least, you want to make sure that this is a reasonable amount of calories relative to the total amount of calories that your client needs for the day. Now, this is going to revolve mainly around your morning protein shake, so it's okay if you're a little bit higher in terms of the amount of calories you should take in. And then from this information, you can decide how you can implement this into a midday shake or an evening shake. Now, the next point that I'm going to make in this video is the kind of protein powder that we're going to use in our liquefied shake. And for this example, I chose to use Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard Whey. And it's not so much that that is the absolute best. I feel that most protein shakes are largely the same. All right, so you just want to keep that in mind, that if you want to go with a J-Raw protein, or if you want to go with like a pea protein or a rice protein, that's perfectly fine. And whatever protein powder that you use, you want to stick with the vanilla or the natural flavor. When you get into the cookies and cream or the mocha or the peanut butter or the banana, whatever the case may be, that's when you start to have natural flavors added to the protein shakes. And in most cases, these additives are anything but natural. You can create these flavors with actual foods, and I think that you're going to be better off doing so. So whatever protein powder you choose to use, go for either the vanilla or for the plain flavor, and then we can add the flavor with real food. Now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about the liquid base of liquefied meal. And a lot of people tend to opt for milk, but I personally don't consume dairy, mainly because hormones are being pumped into these cows, and milk today isn't the same as it's always been. Further, you're gonna find that there's a lot more added sugar in the milk than you would have with my recommended replacement, which is going to be almond milk. So let's do a side-by-side comparison of the nutrients that you'd find in milk. Almond milk has 30 calories compared to whole milk's 145 calories. Almond milk has 5 grams of carbohydrates compared to whole milk's 11 grams, 2 grams of fat compared to whole milk's 8 grams of fat. And it's not that we're trying to eliminate fat completely, but we can find fat from other sources based on the additives that we add to our liquefied meal. Almond milk has 1 gram of protein compared to whole milk's 8, but we're gonna get a lot of our protein from the protein powder. And the most glaring number is going to be that unsweetened almond milk has 5 grams of added sugar compared to 13 grams of the whole milk, and the added sugar is something that we definitely want to eliminate. And a lot of people tend to complain about the amount of calcium that they're going to be missing out on if they don't have their milk, but we can see that almond milk provides 45% of the daily recommended value of calcium, whereas whole milk will only provide 27%. So for the sake of this example, and for the sake of keeping sugar and additives down, we're going to go with the unsweetened almond milk. Now let's go over the essentials for the protein shake. We have our almond milk, which is going to be 30 calories. We have our optimum nutrition, 1 scoop, which is going to be 150 calories. And now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of chia seeds to the liquefied meal, which will give it an additional 137 calories. But what are the benefits of the chia seeds? The chia seeds are going to provide you with extra dietary fiber, trace amounts of protein. Chia seeds are also high in omega-3 fatty acids. And one great aspect of chia seeds is if you were ever to put chia seeds, like 2 tablespoons, into a half a cup of almond milk overnight, you'll find that it makes a pudding because chia seeds expand. So chia seeds in your shake will actually keep your client fuller longer, so they'll be less likely to snack in between breakfast and lunch. The fourth essential that we're going to add to our liquefied meal is going to be spinach. Now, I find that the frozen spinach leaves are going to work best. You can put those in your magic bullet or your mixer, but what is spinach going to give you? It's going to give you additional dietary fiber, and it's also a great source of vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin A, and vitamin C. A lot of people don't look to spinach as a great source of vitamin C, but you can also get that from your spinach. So it's also very nutrient dense and calorie light. You can put in 2 big handfuls of spinach and that will only account for 10 or 20 calories. We now have a shake that will only cost a client 317 calories. Now, because they're taking a protein shake, clients are going to forget that all the additives that they put in for taste is going to compound the amount of total calories that they consume. So I'm going to go over the best additives that you should go for. And I would definitely suggest berries. Go for blueberries, as blueberries are going to be low calorie but high nutrient. Blueberries are going to add extra dietary fiber. They're going to add taste, and they're going to provide antioxidants, which prevents the destruction of cells through oxidation. However, these are not the additives that clients typically look to add to their protein shakes for the sake of taste. I'd say the 2 most popular additives that you'll find will be bananas and will be peanut butter. And while these extra ingredients aren't bad on their own, we've already accumulated 317 nutrient-dense calories. So how much are we going to add on to this liquefied meal if we add the banana and we add the peanut butter? First and foremost, let's start off with the peanut butter. It's a great source of fat. However, we've already accomplished getting in a good amount of fat with our chia seeds. It's mainly going to be a flavor thing. But if we include 2 tablespoons, the same amount of chia seeds, in peanut butter, instead of taking 137 calories, we're taking in 190 calories with added extra sodium and without the same amount of dietary fiber. A medium banana can add 90 calories, a large banana can add 150 calories. And yes, it does provide, extra dietary fiber, but the blueberries can accomplish the same thing at a lower calorie cost. So if we were to nix out the blueberries and then instead add the peanut butter and banana, let's look at the difference in terms of breakdown. With our base liquefied meal and added blueberries, we're looking at 360 calories, 36 grams of carbohydrates, 12 grams of fat, 36 grams of protein, 16 grams of sugar, and 10 grams of dietary fiber. However, once we add the peanut butter and the banana, we're now looking at 612 calories, 67 carbs, 24 grams of fat, 44 grams of protein, 27 grams of sugar, and 14 grams of fiber. So we've almost doubled the amount of calories that you would have taken in otherwise. So you want to make sure that your client understands that even though they're having a liquefied meal, they are still consuming a fair amount of calories. So they want to control what they put in and not put so much emphasis on taste. Rather, put that emphasis on nutrients, which will make sure that their fat loss is going to be efficient and they don't end up losing muscle in the effort to lose weight. So if you find that your client is struggling with taking in the early morning meal, you can definitely suggest that they liquefy it. However, you want to make sure that you stay on top of exactly what they're putting in, because in an effort of taste, they may overshoot their calories, which may cause weight gain down the line. The best way to stay on top of how your clients are doing is to make sure they itemize everything and put everything into MyFitnessPal. It's how I got the stats for this video. And if you need help on nutritional coaching, I definitely recommend that you check out my Dumbbells to Dollars course, as not only will it help you to coach your clients through nutrition, it will also help you to learn how to start your own business, how to market your own business, and it's available for CEUs, for the ACE, NASM, ISSA, NSCA, and AFA certifications. So not only is it the best resource for any personal trainer looking to see success in the fitness industry, it will also help you to keep your certifications current. Make sure that the sugar intake is going to be low, that it's going to be nutrient dense, that you have as little added calories as possible, that it makes sense in terms of calories relative to the total amount of calories that your client needs to take in for the day. And if your client can organize their day such that they don't need to take a protein powder, but they can get their nutrients in with regular food, have them take that direction, and I guarantee you that your client will see success. So I hope you found this video helpful. Remember, if you have any questions or comments, make sure to comment below. Your comments are what fuel this channel, and the more questions I get, the more content I'm able to put out. So keep the questions coming. I'll do my best to answer, and I'll be back next week. As long as you remember to eat healthy, hydrate, drive safe, stress levels low, get rest. Don't slap anybody. Love your clients. They will love you back. I'll see y'all tomorrow or the next day, and you have a good one.